Welcome back, everybody. Sorry for that little bit more delay than anticipated. As actually, FlipSid were having trouble getting their coach in, and now have all disconnected. So that's not gone well. But they're all immediately back. Smith is like, WTF? Okay, so we're good. Crisis averted, and we are ready to go here into the pistol round of Inferno, where you got to give FlipSid maybe a little bit better of a chance, but I mean, Titan maybe not with the most amazing results, but they are still results up against some of the top teams in the world. And of course, Envious was pretty good on Inferno, and Titan now having some of those members on the squad could change things around here. I would still favor Titan, but again, FlipSid with maybe a bit better of a chance here on Inferno.
How far are Titan gonna go? Like, are they gonna be like, are they gonna be ever be a top 3 team with this lineup? Like, I've always been like super obviously critical about like existence, the way it's called, and that's from talking to people, I've seen like that's changed, but just in like him loosening up and allowing more of his players to be free, and RPK is definitely gone back in form, and he's definitely his aim is just a lot better than it used to be. When he started, he was just terrible, and now his aim is really good. Like, he's become a solid entry fragger. I can really see how he was so good in Source. Like, at first, it's not me not playing Source. I really didn't have that background, but now I see like, wow, he's really nuts. And then have Shocks instead of Kineas, and I'm like, are these the changes that they need to make? Do they have the lineup? Like, do they have the talent? Like, these are questions I ask myself daily, Helium.
Daily, wow.
I want to know.
I mean, I think maybe not quite at first. They didn't look as good, but obviously there were some heated feelings between the players on the two French lineups, and I think both teams in the end have benefited from this change up. But the question still remains: will Titan be a top 3 team with a lineup like this? They've obviously completely fallen out of the Thorin's rankings for the top 10, of which Titan were on for so long. So they've got some work to do to make it back in. I think it was actually Hellraisers and FlipSid, or was the game was 2 and FlipSid right there at the bottom. I don't think FlipSide's quite in that top 10 anymore. But here we go into the pistol. The bomb to go down. CT's working on the retake. Markelov is ready to intercept RPK with that P250, but it will not work out. RPK 2 HP, Blade with 25. These guys are both pretty low, as I like Shocks' name for the pistol.
Oh, RPK just sure that it's going to be new box.
Impossible.
How this move towards construction would actually cost them, but oh, that won't matter. Spent a little bit too much time looking for that peak there.
Terrorists win.
As it was last known that he was at new box, but FlipSid do end up securing it. Titan losing that man early, that was Shocks, I think, on that peak. Just holding the angle, looking for information, just getting one tapped. I mean, that can really put a dent in your plans. And FlipSid coming away with an early T pistol, and I think I called, or I'm not gonna say called, but I think I thought that FlipSid were gonna have much better time on Inferno T side than they would on Train T side. I guess we'll see if that is gonna be the case. Here it's gonna be a force up from Titan, a really nice map, 2 force up on.
Oh, Shocks, what are you playing for? What are you playing for?
What?
Oh my. The first one was understandable. The nade smoke was there. They were trying to push down. He wanted to kind of pre-fire T-ramp. He hits his teammate. The second one is just unreal. Absolutely unreal that happens. Don't do anything. Shocks will kill him. Oh wow. That is the MSI play of the week. I'm just gonna give it to him right now. Player of the week is Shocks.
I don't know what to say. That's amazing. That's amazing. Both kills pretty justified, I feel like. I mean, I don't even know what to say. That's just it's with, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words. Please help me.
Go find your words, Launders. I'm tweeting at him. I didn't know you played for FlipSid. Boom. Sent. Sure will be ignored.
Are we having a stack B with no smokes? Just the stack B, okay. Yeah, definitely keep shots on the other side of the map from here on out. It's probably the best course of action. As far away from any teammates as possible.
Dude, is it Shox's fault that if he sees a head, he has to shoot it? I mean, that's just the mark of any good Counter-Strike player. So here we
Shox
go.
is P2K name.
Yeah, I noticed it was one of the FlipSid players that had taken it in the I think Blade had it, maybe Bondic. It is pretty nice, and he signed it himself.
How is this close angle, I wonder? How well does this work?
Not well.
No. I feel like that can't work well, but I don't know. It's probably worked for him in the past.
I mean, it works if that player
maybe if someone came out
checks
mid
the
as
other
opposed
side.
to boiler.
Like if
That's
you go
true.
boiler
Right,
and check
right.
arch.
Okay, I didn't even consider that option, but yeah, I thought it would be for someone who peeked mid. Maybe it was just a good angle for that or something, but yeah, that makes sense. Always good to take risks like that, though. I mean, Shox was just spotting for information as his teammates stack B was hoping to maybe elude them into thinking that it would be kind of a stack. Really, no reason for FlipSid to chase here at all. Like, no, like you're gonna get a couple $100 for the kills, and if you lose, you're like, why even chase?
I mean, FlipSid's, you know, figuring they got to go kill some of the Titans since, you know, Shox is out of the round, so he won't do it. Well, Existence does find one, and still unable to peek out and try to preserve one of those guns, but
No, that's not worth it. That's not worth it.
no.
To lose 2 players in that round. I'm not sure what the logic was. Maybe they thought they had armor. Even still, not worth it, I think. No, wait, why would they have armor? They wouldn't have armor.
Yeah, it was a full save. I don't exactly know what they were trying to hunt down at all.
For that, I want to say.
But here it is, the first rifle. This is where, I mean, Shox has got to make a comeback. He's -2 and 3 right now, going into round 4. I mean, if this was matchmaking, one more mistake and he's kicked from the game, right? He's got to be careful. This is going to be a big round, though.
Yeah,
FlipSid already with 3, like, they're pretty much done.
Oh, look, they didn't buy kits again. They definitely think it's matchmaking.
And here's, I would just like to say to Howard Dean, who is one of the developers of the client, look, you can still go up on that railing. Do you know, Launders? You're the jump master. Can you still single boost up to the, or get yourself up onto porch by jumping off of balcony to the little...
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Okay, so not patched. People are bad at jumping.
No, yeah.
I win that argument from last night. Thank you. Case closed. And you'll actually see Titan do kind of like that crossfire. Like they'll even boost on the what do you even want to call it? Like mini balcony. They'll have a player there, one under porch and one in sight, and just have like the most deadly crossfire over here at the porch side. But this time with some flashes, Bondic works his way in to find 2 kills. There's Shox to bring him down, and there it is. Shox back to 0 kills. Nothing happened ever, but it's still FlipSid with a 3-on-2 advantage here. Bomb coming up mid. Has not actually gone down yet, so there is still a chance for Titan to try to find a frag.
What is this?
And oh, that was not good. Well, not good for FlipSid. Maniac is able to, in the confusion, grab 2 in Existence with a very nice P2K headshot onto Markelov.
That was fire. That was a nice shot. I've got to give him that. I think he should have died a lot sooner. To be fair, that was a pretty ugly round. Like messy just between the two of them spraying. Maybe more so for Blade than for Existence, but Existence hitting that shot at the end makes up for it completely. So even though Titan didn't buy kits, it didn't come down to that, and from 2v3 they managed to clean up no problem. I guess we were actually watching from Maniac's perspective. There's a lot of whiffage.
There was a lot of whiffing, yeah. Maniac was able to put an end to that, and Smiths will find an opening frag here onto World Edit. I mean, that hurts, right? FlipSid have a man advantage right there. They would have loved to have had 4 rounds. That's almost job done on the T side. Instead, they lose that, and then starting off here into round 5, already they've had World Edit get picked off by Smiths, and that's going to hurt your chances going 5v4. They're expecting Shox to be in the dark room, and Bondic does a really nice job of clearing it out. Even going to check for 2 just in case. That'll be the day that I kill someone in dark room and there's another person in it. I would uninstall.
I do that. Why not do that?
On a rifle round?
Yeah, that's a little bit more strange, but
I can feel you on pistols. There you go for sure.
What a spray, dude!
Yeah, nicely done. RPK using well, actually RPK was the one on the front lines. Who else was that in there? Maniac also helping out with the double peek, and now it's only Davkos in a 1 versus 4. The bomb, he's going very sneaky beaky like up the porch side, but unfortunately for him, player at the single box, player in the pit, nade's not going to do 74 damage pretty much no matter what. He will go down.
As far as losing that 1v1 to existence is huge. It's haunting them now because they didn't come away with that round and they're gonna have to save here. FlipSid could have had a very easy route to 5 rounds. If they had won that 1v1, it would have been probably a save on the part of Titan and being a forced buy for FlipSid. And here they will be able to buy next round no problem. Like they'll have money for it, but you want to kind of get as many early rounds as possible on T side. You can lose out later in the half, but those rounds are much more harder to win, and it's also much harder to get a 2-for-1 later in the half, as you have to constantly keep the money low, which is the biggest hurdle for any team on T side. But
Oh, Markelov peeking out just ahead of that smoke, moving a little bit, and gets his head taken off. Smith's here with the USP. And the help from RPK to actually find another 2. RPK playing extremely well in the last train match here, already with 6 kills. Maniac with 8. And I guess Shock's technically with 6, but just 2 on the scoreboard.
huh?
I don't know. I created a puzzle.
You mean 4? Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. Technically 6 kills, but 4, I guess, that actually matter. And another rifle round coming up for FlipSid. A pretty decent one at that as well. Enough smoke splashes, Molotovs to try to move out, get that banana control, map control, maybe throw a fake. We'll see what they want to do as they are spreading out, looking for the early apartment control. You can already see Bondic is clearing out, trying to get up into the window room. Markelov on the further side of the halls. Might run into RPK, actually.
Wow. World Edit didn't even move after that off shot. Just got legged, picking banana, and then fell off. Oh man, another person's peeking mid. Man, this is really, really rough from FlipSid, who kind of had mid wide open with like 3 players of Titan, pretty much all peeking down, and no attention given to them whatsoever, and no smoke top mid either. So I'm not sure exactly what the thought process there was, but it looked really messy from FlipSid's perspective.
World Edit gonna try to put a fight. Existence though will push them, and so far the bit of aggression coming out. Maybe 20-30 seconds into that round, really paying off for Titan as they push down and find many kills there towards middle of top alternate, shutting down what FlipSid had in mind.
Oh, Titan take that lead. FlipSid are going to be on a save once again, and really just aren't even bringing it to the late round, like dealing with the early aggression of Titan. Like the last thing they want is for Titan to just come out the gate being aggressive. It's actually what they want the most. I mean, not to contradict myself, but because I'm sure FlipSid, in terms of their overall strategy, are really comfortable bringing it to the late round. They must be good at getting there. So if they're able to shut down early aggression, like people peeking mid, just overtly like Titan have been doing, and then they can bring it to the late. But I don't think they have a proper strategy for dealing with that right now. Just straight through the smoke.
That was beautiful. Now he gets he starts to go check out the window room, then he gets pushed through the smoke, quickly flicks towards the smoke, gets the kill, flicks back towards the window room, gets the kill. Here's another shot, so he's like, you know what, I'll just go for the other direction. Turns all the way around to look down the stairs to boiler, no one's there, then flicks again back to the smoke. So he was just in panic mode all over the place, but well done, he gets all those kills. And now he's up to 8, just like that, wow. So we know he actually has 10.
Keep that in mind.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, that's the most in the server now at this point.
Oh,
Not
I see.
really
I see
yet.
what you meant by 4 now.
Yeah, he has
I
killed
gotcha.
2, so
He
really
killed
12,
2. Right. Okay.
10 terrorist kills.
I
There
was
you go.
so confused.
We
Like,
figured it out.
that was just beyond me where the extra 2 kills came from, but I get it now. I completely get it now. All right, so we have
I'm glad
shots
we've
again.
all caught
Just super confident shots, just peeking mid, and no smoke from FlipSid to take control of it. We literally have 3 players here, all ready to just storm down mid at any moment, and FlipSid are kind of in really passive positions. This time have forward mid, but aren't actually peeking. This might work out a lot better than them just being crowded up at T-stairs, but Shox, with that smoke and ult, is actually going to push down, and Blade will punish him. So this is the setup that I'm talking about, like dealing with the aggression. Now they have the 5v4. Now they can kind of get Titan to play their game as opposed to the other way around. RPK, though, looks to even up, and Bondic finds one for himself, so that's actually still men advantage. FlipSid.
Yeah, they have lost from this position before, though, remember. They had a 3-on-2 just like this, where the bomb was still kind of floating around middle, and they had to bring it into a site. This time, though, Smiths and Existence are spread out. You can see that Existence is working his way through CT spawn and actually might be running into the terrorists first. If they happen to wrap back onto the A site, then Existence is in a Smiths is in a fantastic spot over towards the pit and the porch side. And now Existence in library finds that kill, drops the bomb. Time getting very, very low. He's actually going to go back and fight this again. Finds another frag. World Edit op the op right now. World Edit versus Smiths, and the CZ comes out. Bomb to be planted, and Smiths is working his way in. We'll see the head there of World Edit, who jumps the spot, nearly getting the shot, and will hit it there. Brings down Smiths. And wow, I feel like Smiths was pretty confident walking into that site, thinking like, I've definitely got this.
Yeah, he had it made if World Edit didn't jump there. Pretty much, I think World Edit wouldn't have assumed that he was that close. I think FlipSid thought that they caught an A rotator going to stack B, as opposed to killing the B rotator, and that there was going to be another one already at the site. Actually, Smiths rotated from B, so they did kill the A rotator, kind of playing outside of the site at Arch.
I mean, at that point, but the fact that he killed the bomb first and there was only 17 seconds, like, they had to go A at that point.
Yeah.
Otherwise, going towards B would have been way smarter, realizing that they did catch that rotator and that it should be open.
I just don't think that they assumed that the rotator would have been there that quickly, or World Edit didn't assume.
Yeah, that's
Smiths would have
true.
been
He
there
did
that
rotate
quickly.
off of no information.
No.
And a 4-on-4 already. Smiths taken down by Markelov, and well, Bondic went down first. Smiths getting that kill. So the refrag was there for FlipSid, and it puts them in a 4-on-4 position, which is always going to be pretty good, especially on Inferno. Just wait, let those CTs spread out, kind of 2 per site. Does make A bit easier to hit when there's not 3 setting up a crossfire. The World Edit holding on to Banana. Also, as I say that, Titan has still not split up. They've got 3 towards the top of mid, very, very aggressive, and just Existence over at B, being the Lone Ranger, and FlipSid are kind of walking back into the 3-man stack. And that's a beautiful flash. Somehow World Edit still able to hit that. I don't even know. Flash just running out. World Edit connects. Maniac pushing through the smoke on the arch side, just gunning him down. RPK was good for 1 onto World Edit, and now Markelov in a 1 versus 2.
This is a tough one. At least he can peek out. Can he get a plant? Oh, awkward spot. No, he didn't really have an angle to peek Arch there. And since they had the flank on, I thought maybe he can get the plant at least, but another situation, I don't think he thought both players were on either side of him and could maybe try to make it a 1v1 really quickly, but kind of an awkward situation. I thought FlipSid actually won that round. It was for 4v3. World Edit hit that off shot they had top mid, and then RPK got a kill from truck and stayed in pit. Markelov only traded after 2 other players went down.
Yeah, Maniac pushing the smoke.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Top mid is what really hurt them. He spread down 2. And this round not starting off much better, although it was just kind of Glocks. Everyone's spreading out, and they are being picked apart. Blade was able to find 1, which is, I mean, I guess still even not bad, but not really good enough either. Existence already out towards 10k.
It's always frustrating when the team just runs down mid, and it seems like Titan are always trying to pressure mid as much as possible to see how far they can get down. And the flip side, or if they're able to shut them down, they get that pick. They force Titan to loosen up, play a little bit farther back. But in some situations, like that previous round, even when they executed, we have people responding to the pressure with their own aggression, like Maniac jumping through that smoke. And so FlipSid has to be constantly aware that even though they have the man advantage, that they're never going to put Titan in a fully passive setup. And I hope that's what they're considering this round if they want to bring it back. But top mid can be an easy point of contention for terrorists who want to take these 1-to-1 fights every single time.
Davkos able to catch RPK as he was, tapping some shots down middle towards that pit, the lamppost area, caught completely off guard. And I mean, this is a double eco from FlipSid. They went full Glock train last time. Here they had a couple P250s. That was it. Now they've armed themselves with some M4s. Still, though, no armor makes this difficult. World Edit brought down to 4 HP. Davkos with the other M4 down to 68. And Existence is ready for them over towards the spools. He's got the armor. It should be pretty difficult for World Edit and friends to still work their way in. As World Edit low will go down. Existence with a nice triple spray down. Some of those even coming through the coils, and a beautiful last headshot onto Markelov. Nice 4K for Existence.
Nice. Yeah. existence aim on point right now, and has been for a little while. I mean, honestly, like the way that he called, it was like he would go 0 and 13, and that's just quoting days. Like he would go 0 and 13 regularly, just awful halves over and over again, and pretty much put it on his other 4 teammates who would try to put in the best positions possible to get all the kills. And now I think has really freed himself up and allowed himself to focus on aiming for himself, and that has worked out really well. Whoa, Smith with a very slick peek out the window, finds a pick, and looks for one more at bottom T steps. World edit though.
Maybe a big greedy.
That trade, yeah, maybe a bit.
Shocks though aggressive down and looking towards the apartments, the T apartments that is, finds a kill and gets away with 2 HP. So you would think FlipSid HP advantage and equal numbers here, 3 on 3, but going towards the B site one more time. Also world edit. Is he going to be the first one to peek this? He's got no head armor, but again, he does have that op, and it'll be Maniac who will just go in. Oh my gosh, and re-peeks that, and then re-peeks it again, this time with the 5-7.
That was, he didn't need to do the third one, but that was really nice.
That's for sure. Still, okay, I was going to say keeps his team with a 2-on-1, so still a good attempt. But as world edit hits that shot onto existence, makes it the 1-on-1 in the post plan here. Shocks could get an AK if he maybe wanted to.
Jeez.
He's got 2
oranges
HP.
with the op, why not new bucks?
Nah, he's using the Glock actually.
I know, but he has an op. He knows. Oh, he knows Shocks is really hurt.
Yeah, he knows that Shocks is low.
Alright, okay. That was really like, what is this play? Honestly. But yeah, Shocks 2 HP makes sense. Yeah, huge round. Maniac just threw that really hard. Like, I mean, there's no other way to say it. He should not have peeked for that third kill. Like at the very best, like there was no one right in front of him. So the very best, he could have ran back, and if he thought someone was going to come around a corner, maybe he doesn't want to be caught jumping into sight, but he could have stood back, waited for that kill to come, and if he doesn't come right away, he could fall to sight safely. But he got 2 insane kills and was the solo man on the site and just needed to stay alive and try to like complete this like clip, and that's a round on the board for FlipSid. They'll take that all day.
Yeah, Maniac is like, all right, he peeks out, he gets the first kill. Somehow has a confidence to just go for another, finds that. He's like, well, that peak was unexpected. This third peak is going to be really unexpected, but I guess not for World Edit. He hits that op shot, is not bested by the 5-7, and is able to win the round with that Glock against Shocks with 2 HP. So well done, and I mean, FlipSid at this point, 5 rounds on the T side. Not bad. This is what, was it FlipSid Dignitas that tied? I think FlipSid were able to just get 5 rounds on the T side and able to get it done. I'll actually double check that. Let's see. Oh no, it was Dignitas that got 5 rounds.
Bracket
and
control.
FlipSid were good for 10.
Bracket control taken by FlipSid. They have top mid to themselves. They have top banana, but a push is coming out. Maniac, whoa, just Wing through the smoke. I don't know if there's flash came out or not.
Yeah, flash came in from existence, and actually now existence holding this corner very nicely. 3 bullets. He's got to make them count. Now he's got to get nervous. We'll have to go and reload. Feel the power. There ain't not much power when you're completely out of bullets, but Smiths is there to help him out, and Bondic now retreating into spawn. So Titan to grab those 9 rounds.
I guess they wanted to get that B information. They thought it was going to be A, get that B information, then rotate off. Oh, it was actually a ground flash too. It was actually a pretty good flash, but Markov was actually just turned around. Very good awareness from him. I thought that was full yellow for Maniac. I apologize.
I mean, his name is Maniac, right? you would maybe expect him to play like
feet.
one. So bomb all the way down on the T stairs. FlipSid spreading out and playing a big default, going for that apartment control once more. So you would expect them, if they do find that kill, to probably get the bomb, group it up, death ball onto a site. They would love to have those 6 rounds. That would be a very solid T half up against Titan here.
Yeah, it's obviously broken by here for FlipSid. 3 smokes, top mid control taken, and they want to do something quick. The bomb is all the way down if he steps though. That can be a problem. Like if they decided to push down B off of that information, world edit though, dropping the bomb. It looks like they just want to hold here for a minute.
Oh, Smith, I was about to say, I kind of noticed the 3 FlipSid players got up towards middle, but weren't really watching that smoke or watching towards the arch side. And as soon as it dissipates, Smith finds himself 1 and now a second, that time assisted by a flash from a teammate. And it must have been Shox who was helping out. Shox will now bring down Bondic and the broken bind. These are the more broken parts of it. The 2 Tech 9s coming in and trying to finish off this round. World Edit will bring down Smith. Shox still over in towards arch. Is going to be good for that kill onto World Edit. RPK will fall from behind the truck. Markelov finding 1 and now a second. But pinched here at the top of mid. Existence will close it out. Titan with the 10 rounds on CT side. Flip side though, I would say probably pretty happy with their 5.
Probably, yeah, maybe. I think like some of the couple of like I think the first 2 rifle rounds they had a much better chance of winning, but then didn't really. Like they started setting up in their really good mid setup, waiting for pushes that ended up working out. I think they still lost that round, but they felt a lot better. They looked a lot sharper when they were doing that, but ended up losing a few early rounds that I think they shouldn't have, maybe 2 of them. And from then on out, I mean, did make the most of the half, I guess. Yeah, 5 rounds not too bad. I mean, flip side obviously expect a lot on T side, but 5 rounds not too bad.
I mean, the only reason they'd maybe be upset is some rounds were very close, like round 4 was. I'm not sure if round 4 was the rounds where they were able to...
Tap. What the P2K, that 1v1 was huge. Yeah, Flipside could have had a much better half. Not to say that this is that bad, but like that 1v1 from Existence, when Existence should have almost certainly died.
Yeah, the way the game is gone, Flipside maybe thinking they were good for another 2 or 3 rounds, but if you wait 2 weeks and look back at this match on paper, you're like, oh, 5 rounds against Titan on your T side, well, that ain't bad at all. But now we'll flip sides,
Yeah.
Flip sides and maybe bring out some different tactics. I don't know.
Oh. I wonder if that's exactly what they're thinking when they made that name.
Probably.
Probably not.
I feel like this will be so great for casters. I feel like with some of the names that these teams have, like Choke Gaming and Flipside Tactics,
Choking,
and Titan, like they're the Titans.
Choke Gaming is pretty funny.
Yo, and their logo is amazing. They have the best logo I've ever seen.
I really like Titans actually. Titan, when I first saw the org come up, like I really liked their name and logo. I thought it was super nice.
Check out Choke. It's sick. Okay. It's a shark.
Oh, cool.
But it spells choke. Creative. I tell you. Here it is. Giving some shoulder peeks. World Addict. Oh my gosh, 96 damage. He gets gooshed. But
it's the same as 100 if you get a headshot angle. If you can find one.
Here comes a nade. That's going to hurt. Although there is a lot of armor here. Still Maniac and RPK taking a lot of damage from that. Smiths still going to get the first kill on the round. Remember, World, that it is very low. And they're going the other way. They're just forgetting B. RPK getting tagged up. He's going to just turn around and go for the fight. And he will fall to World Edit, who is now pushing out of construction. Bondic trying to position himself a little bit better. Trying to anticipate the movements here. But shot from behind. Shox with the CZ. Smith on the Markelov. And World Edit, the last man. So Smiths and RPK kind of make that stand, holding in the B players. And the other 3 just push on to A, catching the rotators going from A to B. I don't know. I don't know if that works on any given day, but that's certainly quite a strat.
Yeah. No, I mean, that was just hit B, catch rotators, push CT smoke. I mean, they just relied on their flashes to push CTs back into bad positions and left their decoys there to hold the rotates as long as possible. I think it ended up working out pretty well. I mean, it's still a strat where you need to hit your shots, but
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And here it goes. I mean, right into 3 AKs. I'm never quite a fan of seeing 3 AKs this early on, but when you have the 2 MAC-10s and you're just more or less deathballing together, putting the MAC-10s up front, I mean, that's the way when I see guns like this, that's the strat that I want to see come out. The only thing that's maybe a little bit worrying is that Shox, while watching the flank, is alone, and there is always that potential that maybe he gets 1-digged or gets caught by a 5-7 to CZ and one of the CTs can save an AK. And it's going to be happening to Smiths here, but Bondic is not going to be brought down. He will find Maniac. Finally, Existence takes Bondic down. And Markelov from distance can't quite control. You missed the first couple of shots with the CZ, and you're about out of luck at that range.
Is that how it works? Like The
Did the
first blood is-
crosshair on that gun, you shoot it and it tries to go to the moon. It is so hard to bring back once you've like missed a couple shots for me.
I haven't used it in so long. I don't even know. Last
I
time I
flipped
used it, I
back
just
to
like
it.
held mouse down, held mouse
Yeah,
held mouse
exactly.
one as hard as possible.
Remember that game we cast on Mirage of Kingwin where Scream was just spray transferring the CZ and he got
Yeah.
like multiple 3K rounds? I've
Yeah.
never seen anyone pull off that sort of magic with the CZ since then, or prior to that. So shout out to Scream.
Pretty good at shooting guns.
That he is. And the Bison coming out here for Smiths. 64 bullets. Why not? I'll get stinked immediately, but we'll be able to still find Markov. And another dink coming out, and Maniac finishing off that kill. So some solid aim here from FlipSid, but of course, with just the P2Ks, that's what happens.
I think someone got your joke.
Yeah, I just saw that in chat. Thank you, Scorpion King. 1154.
Oh,
And
flip
Void
side.
Lunacy.
Oh, World Edit actually affording the op here, so this is going to be the opportunity for them to bring it back. I mean, this is pretty much, in my opinion, the last round of the game if Titan are able to win this here.
Yeah, it is.
So I think we're supposed to bring the hype up a little more, but I guess.
Yeah, it is.
Woo! I guess that just makes it more serious for FlipSid, who do have to stage a comeback. I mean, either way, it's going to be pretty one-sided if they don't. And here's the crossfire coming out, but RBK trades 1 for 1. Take that all day. Molly into construction, and that's going to allow the bomb go down. Here it is, a retake situation. RBK finds the second man in B. That's 2 entries for him.
Yeah, man's been playing really well. He was up there for a while on train. I don't know if he ended up being the top fragger. Here he's tied for it. Existence, right? Gave him a week or two ago the MSI Player of the Week because Existence had been playing so well here for Titan. Is the man who really got him through that train match up against Dignitas, where they won in overtime. Existence been playing very well. Weight off his shoulders. You've already made a few comments based on his previous performances while, hardcore IGLing it up. And there it is. The bell signals the 14th round win. Some guns saved here though for FlipSid, so maybe not quite the end yet, but it ain't looking good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're going to be buying here. Did they save anything? They saved a couple of guns there?
Yeah,
Okay.
Op and
That
Hamas.
does make, yeah, that's something at least. They will have some people with nades. A lot of people with nades, actually. Not a bad buy. Not a bad buy at all. I guess this would be a more appropriate round to call it that because, or call it the last round because, well, they're actually going to go into full loss bonus, so wouldn't even have that much of a horrible force next round, even if they lose this, so I think just needed that round just to show that they have the potential to come back because they haven't won a round here on their own CT side. Markov getting mollied out of CT. He's going to push up in response. Oh, and 3 towards B, Titan.
Yeah, and looks like Maniac is just content to lurk there over towards the sandbags. He's got into that position where you can't catch the CT rotators out. Titan, though, not yet pulling the trigger towards the A side. Still haven't quite decided exactly what they want to do. Bomb floating out. Going up towards mid kind of by itself. A few more players have gone over towards B. Are they trying to sell the fake? No, it looks like it will just be the 4-man towards B. FlipSid have pulled that 3rd man off who was there earlier on in the round. And here it goes, Smokes. You can see them soaring over. One out towards CT. Flash is going in to the site. Molotov as well back towards New Box. Davkos on top of Oranges. Very, very blind. Maniac will extinguish that. And okay, Davkos being blown up onto the roof. RPK getting both of those entries. The man has come alive recently. His entry fragging is on point. And it's a 3-on-3. It's a retake situation here for FlipSid. Existence moving towards construction. Brings down Blade, and there were no kits to begin with. Bondic left to pick up the pieces, and he's got to go quick in a 1 versus 2 Existence. Oh, going to those sandbags, trying to hide in that cheeky spot, is gunned down, and Maniac behind New Box. It's all going to fall on him to get out to match point. Bondic having not checked it yet, and again, oh, he did actually find a kit on his way in. But unfortunately, Maniac goes unchecked.
Yeah. Yeah, well played there. 1v1, obviously. RPK, man of the hour. Just won 2 rounds of B. Like, I mean, he's had help. Like, he wasn't even first in on both those rounds, but ended up getting both entries. So that's huge. I mean, you get 2 entries on B. You got to round to yourself on Inferno, especially if you get them both in succession. Like, not even after one goes back to wait for
Yeah,
for
stays
teammates
alive
to
and
rotate.
lets rotations come in.
Exactly. So Like, it just makes it way too hard to win, especially, you know, 3v4, something like that, and a retake. It's almost impossible to beat.
So here it is.
It's one of those maps, like, even harder to... It's hard to say which side is even harder to take, or harder to retake. They're both so difficult.
FlipSid gonna have to use those French assault rifles against the French here if they want to keep the dream alive. And Smith has actually taken a lot of damage on 7 HP and he'll have to back off. Shocks, working his way out, and Bondic playing a very aggressive angle up on that balcony banister, just peering into the apartments. Shocks also very low, and it looks like FlipSid, even though it's still 5-on-5, have got themselves into a pretty good position this round with a lot of that early damage coming out.
Oh, blind. Oh, he gets the frag though.
Oh, Blade pushes through. He's good for 2 and 3. I thought for sure that Maniac, I guess, still smoke blind. They were standing right next to each other. It would have been very funny to witness that from a third-person perspective. But Blade coming up huge with the 4K.
If he just, there was 2K, two players were extremely low. If they had just entered with like one with like a lot more health, they would have caught him falling back in arch 100% completely. Would have completely turned it around, but Blade ended up getting even the players who had full HP, so that was really nice. Good flashes, but no good overall. Good damage early on from FlipSid, and very clean round that allows them to pick up a couple AKs, not spend money on weapons, on rebuys, and also have full nades, so much harder round this time around for Titan to win.
Yeah, and Shocks just ate a grenade too, down to what? Blade kinda with the one-way smoke over there towards the boiler, and actually Bondic, nicely done, will just greet them with his silent weaponry as they try to push out through that smoke. That was I don't know. That was confidence, I guess. Maybe stupidity from Titan. Trying to push out push out of that smoke.
Oh,
that was
stairs,
very
yeah.
far in that long hallway, making them super easy targets. There was a nice pop flash through it. Bondic was very blind, but I mean, there's nowhere to aim, right? You can't really miss.
They're just assuming that sometimes these smokes aren't going to be watched, and well, no, no, there was a smoke at window room.
No, I'm talking about the one at the end of the long hallway. Bondic on the balcony. They had dropped the smoke. There was a very nice pop flash through
They
it.
should have 100% just slowed it down. Like, they had a pick. They should have gone back to, like, you know, like I think they should have definitely just like slowed it down 100%. Like, they had man advantage, just chill out. You don't need to push smokes if you don't have to, and Titan's been I don't want to say too trigger happy because it's much better than playing way too slow, but
yeah, and it's not like at this point, I mean, they still have a lot of rounds to work with, so they're trying to just maybe shock and awe, really catch FlipSid off guard with a crazy aggressive play in the last, you know, moments, as Maniac just accepting his fate there, I guess. It's like, well, it was a fun life. That's in the molly. He was on like 4 HP, so I guess he didn't really have anywhere to go. And there it is, FlipSid. I mean, still showing some signs of life, and they're on that CT side. Maybe they can make quite a bit of a comeback. That's 3 in a row. Although we do have another buy coming out here. Somewhat broken. Smiths and RPK down to just the Tech 9s, but the nades and the utility is all here for Titan.
yeah, are investing heavily into the rounds. I think for the sake of the extra Molotov, I think we'll want to bring it to some sort of full execute, it seems like, instead of just splitting up or working some aggressive apps control like they did together. I think they were expecting to not see players in apps that round, that they got that pick early on, and so once they did get one, I think they felt way too comfortable executing this time around, are just maintaining mid and apps slowly, and I think want to say 5 alive for an execute. They've got like a lot of nades and what they would consider, I'm sure, a low buy.
I like seeing some candles in the chat for Maniac off of that last round. I approve.
MLG candle.
Yeah, we need to add one. So we're down below a minute right now. CTs are actually kind of out of smoke. Throwing some HEs, and there is one that will capitalize on to RPK. Blade doing a lot of damage in there as well. World Edit swinging around the other side of the library, but he's too slow. Shocks was already in there, and he finds that kill. Cox and Smith. Smith's going to go down. Markelov immediately traded out, though, as he continues to push on through, looking for some more information. So it will be a 3-on-3. Maniac entering into the B site, bringing down Davcost, and B is completely open right now.
With the bomb.
But look at the bomb. He took, Shox got too distracted. There were some good books to read in there. And he's moving over and planting in the A site. So whether intentional or not, it ends up being a pretty ridiculous fake because Bondix still thinks it's B. He's throwing these flashes. That was all of his utility. Wait a minute. I don't hear any beeping.
Still clearing it out.
Terrorists win.
And he'll never know.
I think he knows.
Think so?
I think someone on their team has figured it out that it was not B. But what's he going to do from that point? I mean, he can't do anything. He knows that there's still people at B's, and he's most likely got to kill them all anyways. Tries to do it. But unfortunately, this ain't the movies. He's not actually James Bond. He is only James Bondic. And that's that. That's the series. 16-8 going the way of Titan here on Inferno. And it was what? It was actually a pretty similar scoreline, was it not? Over there on Train?
On Train.
16-9. 16-8, yeah.
Yeah, pretty similar. Overall dominant from Titan, obviously. I think there's just less rounds they made mistakes. I like how aggressive they're being, and they're getting away with it. Doing good. And looking strong, very, very strong overall. And flip side, just have a couple of loose ends just to make sure. Just like their early round and a couple of their early T rounds weren't so good, and then on Train, like near the end, their economy just got so destroyed that I think they felt like they were out of it.
Yeah.
Which I can't blame them for feeling.
And you can see, Davcost, I thought he was a fantastic player for them when he was working with the op, and I even still think he is a very good player. We saw him light it up with the rifles in a series the other day. But today, it seemed like Davcost and Markelov were maybe a little underperforming. I mean, somewhat like look at World Edit. He was on point today. He was dropping bombs both on Train and even there on Inferno. He had the most kills in the server to Shox, who had 21, but actually had killed 2 of his teammates, so he had 23 frags onto the enemy. So he was also very close and had a nice comeback performance and gave us one of the funniest rounds I think I've ever seen. At least that wasn't staged and put into a Pubmasters video back in 1.6.
I literally thought they thought it wasn't live or something.
No, he did not mean to hit his teammates, that's for sure. Oh, that was great. But there it is. It's in the books, and that's Titan undefeated so far, going 5-0 into this. I think that puts FlipSide at 2 wins, 1 tie, 1 loss, so they're also doing decently. Make sure to come back tonight for some North American action. We've got 3s Up versus Team Liquid, and that is a Team Liquid that is looking so good right now, coming off of their win in the iBuyPower Fall Invitational. So they're feeling good with that $9,000 in their pockets. It's probably not weighing them down. They'll be striking here, wanting to make the LAN, wanting to be the North American hope at the CEVO LAN. At this point, looking like they might be. And then I guess the other hope, right? The South American hope. But we all kind of lump them in. We're one big family over here on the side of the world. Orglis versus Luminosity at 10:15 p.m. So make sure to come back from that. Or come back for that. You can follow up the channel. You can follow CEVO and MLG on Twitter at CEVO at MLG. And also us casters. I'm Helium at Heliumbrella. And Launders here at CS Boxer. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.
See you.